What's going on, boys? My name is Schlatt. It's that time of the week again, and I hope you are doing well. Been another busy one for me. I'm chugging along not only on the final stretch of the semester, but also on some spicy memes for you over the holiday break. Should be good. I should have a nice little treat for you on Christmas. Spoiler alert, though. It involves trains. So please appreciate that pun I just made. Today I want to talk about public speaking. Ooh, putting yourself up in front of an audience and talking to them and presenting information and hopefully making a few jokes to keep it entertaining and hoping to God those jokes don't fall flat because then you just look like a retard. I think you all get the gist. I think you've all done public speaking too. Maybe taking a class that made you present for some reason, maybe even taking a class on public speaking. And I should say this, I am not a public speaker. What I do on YouTube is not public speaking by any stretch of the imagination. It's fucking me muttering to myself, and then by accident, a lot of people see it. I'm not like getting nervous before I step in front of a microphone at home. I'm in my room in a familiar setting. Yeah, I'm not trying to impress anyone. I know that people will eventually see it, but there's no one there at the moment to get inside my head. If I fuck up the script, I could just do it over. It's a zero risk situation. It's Minecraft on fucking peaceful mode, okay? I am not a public speaker. I don't practice it. I don't speak publicly often. In the real world, I'm a fairly reserved and laid back person, and that doesn't translate well to speaking live in front of a real group of people. But like schools often do, they make you present, and I had to give a presentation today. It was for a geology course. And, I'm a computer science major. I'm a video editor. The only way you'd get me to give a shit about rocks in the real world is if they could magically sort all my nested sequences in Premiere Pro. So I went into it kind of jaded. I didn't really care enough to put together a killer presentation with sick animations and fucking notes that I didn't just copy straight off of Wikipedia. And it didn't count much for the grade, and I have bigger things to worry about in school and work and everything else. So I set out to not give the most informative presentation in the world, but I wanted to at least make it entertaining. Here's what I did. I got together a few notes. I spoke briefly about some actual theories about the origin of life. Not really a geology subject, but hey, that's what I was assigned. So I spoke briefly about some actual theories, and then I purposely made it fall down the rabbit hole. Like, I got these weird pictures from DeviantArt of like fucking CGI renderings of dinosaurs being beamed down to Earth by UFOs to demonstrate what the fuck directed lithospermia was. I made my own shitty photoshops. Hell, I even improvised a joke on the spot that referenced what the previous presenter was talking about in her presentation, and honestly, it was pretty well received. And I honestly, I actually enjoyed it. Again, I need to mention again, not a public speaker. I do live streams. Millions of people have heard my voice around the world, which, weirdly enough, probably puts me in the top 0 point something percent of like the most heard voices in human history, which that's a topic for another time, but damn. Like I always try to convince myself before I give a speech for a presentation, and this is like once or twice a year max that I find myself giving a speech or presentation or something. But I always try to convince myself right before I go up that, it's going to be fine. There's nothing to worry about. That it's all fake. The whole shebang of, hey, you're being stupid. It's a requirement for the university. You could fucking take a shit on the floor and it'd probably be better than half of these low energy, low effort presentations. But every time, it's like the second I stand up and start walking to the front of the class, it's like, holy shit, my mouth just turned into the fucking Gobi Desert. I'm like SpongeBob in that fucking episode where he takes his water bowl off his head. I'm sure some of you know the feel. Kind of like stage fright, right? I mean, you're watching this channel, so I assume most of you are probably introverts. But today it was a little bit different. I was kind of pumped going into it, and I think that's only because I had a friend in the class who I was cracking jokes with in between the presentations, and we both had to present that day, so we were both kind of in the same boat, and I went up with a smile on my face. It was weird, almost like an extroverted version of me went up there. I never had the chance to process what I was doing as I was walking up there, because I was still like talking to people as I made the walk to the front of the room, and then I was just presenting. The jokes landed. I think it was at least semi-informative enough to get a good grade, and I'm happy with it. And yeah, it did kind of take me tricking myself into having a good positive mindset before I started the presentation to be able to do well up there. And honestly, I think it's the same with YouTube and recording myself at home in front of this microphone. I put on a show. I hype myself up before some of my recording sessions. I trick myself into thinking I'm an interesting, energetic person because I'm not in real life unless I force myself to be. Watch some of my old videos. Watch some of the old commentaries that are on the J Schlatt channel. I sucked. I sucked at talking. I had no clue how to do it. I was muttering, I was stumbling over my words, and I thought it was good enough to upload. I'm just fucking cringing thinking about it. But I guess at some point, I just started getting good at it. And then a tribute to Minecraft came out, and pretty much I became a god. No, but, this year, 2018, late 2017, I think I was really able to come into my own for at least speaking on YouTube. I guess I just did it often enough, man. And I know for a fact that if you get up in front of that mic in front of a real crowd often enough, you'll do just fine too. Boys, I want to thank you all for watching. Good luck to you in your presentation endeavors, and have a fantastic week.